Okay, so I'm just going to talk and see what comes up. Making capsules for a client. She wanted the name. Been processing a lot about humility lately. Humility is an interesting word. It's one that is multidimensional, and it comes to us in different ways depending on where we are at in our journey. You know, at first it feels like humility can be putting ourselves underneath people because maybe we've put ourselves above, and it's learning to maybe realize that we're not always right, and that brings me into like a listening. So maybe humility starts to evolve into listening and just being open to hearing what others have to say, or even in meditation, starting to listen to the breath, listen maybe to the thoughts that are going on, and maybe not listening too deeply to those thoughts, but being aware of them, becoming a witness, stepping back out of a reactive mode and reconfiguring, recalibrating to a more witnessing standpoint, and then eventually responding. But in that witnessing, we begin to listen, we become aware, we start taking into the subtlety, maybe into energy or to body language, to the environment, to the senses, and we become more aware of kind of that sensorial experience that this human body lends us to, with all of our senses, with our skin, with our ears, with our eyes, with our nose, with our mouths, and taking in that sensory awareness can be humbling to realize, ooh, I have not stopped to feel the wind or take the sun into my eyes or take in the beauty of a flower, sit on the ground, just kind of like be here now. It's quite humbling. And then taking that into a place of curiosity of, I wonder what my truth is here. I wonder how I can show up in a more authentic way, or what feels better in my body. I mean, how many times I've shown up to a space or a conversation and maybe said things that, you know, put my foot in my mouth so many times, overstep my boundaries, bulldozing, pressuring, manipulating, controlling the narrative, controlling other people's behavior so I can get my needs met. I mean, how many times I've done that, and I get it. I understand why my inner child was running the show around that, around survival. And that's understandable. But then in that witnessing, we can get out of the survival mode and we become more aware. And then in that quiet space, we start to tune into the whisper, into the intuition, into the true voice and the guide that's inside of us, that is, you know, wants to guide us into a place where we'll be of service to humanity, where we will fulfill our purpose, where we will feel satisfied and fulfilled and wake up every day with a sense of purpose. And that can't happen when we're in survival mode. It has to come from downshifting the nervous system, cleaning out some of that static, and tending to our inner child that feels unsafe and wants to run the show. And we tend to that. We get quiet with it. We dialogue with it. We update it. And then we can be curious about where One Source Creator wants to take us through the inner whisper. And for me, humility at this point is about surrendering my old survival mechanisms for the inner whisper, for where the One Source Creator wants to take me, where love wants to take me today. And that is humbling because my ego, or the survival one, wants to run the show, wants to get in the driver's seat, wants to get things done, wants to go, wants to do, or feels like they have to go, and do in order to be productive and on purpose and be worthy of being here in a body. But the questioning of why I'm here starts to get answered through that humility, through that asking One Source Creator to be of service, or how can I be of service today? And please guide me. Guide my hands, guide my heart, guide my tongue to be a channel of peace, an instrument of love, and a vehicle for service. And this right now is what humility means to me. And I've been able to relax and take it easy. I've been able to flow more. I'm less apt to wake up in an active state or feel like I have to do and achieve and go. Rather, receive and flow. And like, there's so much more vital life force available to me when I'm not tense and when I'm not forceful. And that feels really, really good. It feels really, really good. And this is not a process that happens overnight. This happens over years. This happens over taking baby steps towards that. It happens through not taking out the bat against ourselves every time we make a misstep, or we overspeak, or we overpush, or we, react and get angry, or, and it's like, how can I be gentle with myself just as I would be with a child learning to walk? How would I encourage, or how would I speak to myself in a way that doesn't cause me shame? And because shame can be debilitating. And so how can I walk without the shame and just hold myself in that I'm in this earth school. I'm learning and I'm growing, and I'm not meant to be perfect. And through releasing the perfectionism, through releasing the productivity, I can be with myself as this unique, amazing, beautiful creation on this incredible earth. And gratitude arrives. Gratitude emerges from that space of curiosity and awe. And joy comes from that as well, through that space of gratitude. So humility is a beautiful path, and it doesn't mean we have to put ourselves down, but we can surrender that survival, that ego, that will to the One Source Creator, to be guided, to be led, and flow in that continuous guidance, wisdom that is the inner whisper.